In the next installment of our Jason Nash's Most Toxic Relationship series, we have a video entitled Our Last Video Together, and even though Trisha isn't in the thumbnail, she is in the video for the vasty majority of it, and so is someone else. Let's find out who.
See orange salsa.
Can I have some?
Well, I said it's for me and Trisha.
But I'm here.
I mean, I'll see what she doesn't want to eat.
Yes. Literally, the three of us are gonna enjoy this so much.
So, we have Jason mentioning Trisha when she's not around, and it seems like he's mindful to always include her. And remember after that last video where she told him she was going away and would be watching all of his social media to ensure that he missed her? It's probably likely that he always has to prove that. Now we find out who our mystery guest is, and yet again it's Brandon. The guy Trisha has claimed she never wanted to be around and always hated. Keep that in mind as you watch how she interacts with him. And take note that there's an obvious issue regarding both of them vying for time with Jason. Because remember, before Trisha came along, Jason spent a lot of his time with Brandon. And now that he was in a relationship, he spent most of his free time with Trisha since she was his girlfriend. This matters because Trisha didn't view Brandon as a predator, like she'll later claim she viewed him as a competitor. Brandon was her competition in her mind, and he was also a threat because he called out her behavior behind her back when he would talk to Jason, pointing out how unhealthy the relationship was, as we'll later find out.
Hey, you got to get an Aweebo shirt, dog.
I have my own. I actually have 3 of these, and I've actually been wearing them in all my Aweebos.
I wore mine yesterday.
In your Aweebo?
Yeah.
No, you weren't in real life.
Where's your pop socket? Your Aweebo pop socket.
It's down here.
Well, why is it on your phone? Trisha, do you have an Aweebo pop socket?
No, but I would love one. I didn't offer a shirt or anything.
Here also, get rid of that purse.
Buy Versace.
Yeah, buy Versace.
I
Aweebo, just walking around.
I love this.
Bring that to Jeffree Star.
Yeah. Like, you don't have an Aweebo purse.
Let's go.
Let's
Okay,
go.
yeah, let's go.
Who's driving, me?
I can drive,
Okay.
but it's in my mini, so.
I don't know about Trish and me and your mini.
Trisha seems in awfully good spirits and happy to be around Brandon for a woman who claims she was grossed out by him for dating a teen during this time. She seemingly has no issue with that at all and seems happy to treat Brandon to lunch with Jason.
Fine.
Watch my this one, babe, because my nips are helping out today.
Okay. You too, Brand.
Where am
His
I?
nips?
I feel like I just shrunk down and I got into like a Barbie car.
It is small, huh? Hey, Brandon. Oh, shoot. Hamilton.
Camel toe?
Hamilton is my favorite. It's the only thing I listen to.
You know that famous Broadway show, Camel Toe.
Is that what he said? Camel
We
toe?
have 4 tickets to go see Camel Toe live on Broadway. How far away is it, Trish?
20 minutes.
So this is in Reservoir Dogs, this scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Is
opening.
it's the scene with Tim Roth where he goes, nobody move, it's a rubbery.
This is the scene in the beginning where he's like, no, that's Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I was like,
You
that's not even right.
Damn it.
Fake fan, dude.
Yeah.
You're a fake fan.
Jason doesn't know
Are you
anything.
kidding me? We're going to the Reservoir Dogs. Okay, so this is what happens in the movie. They're in the beginning, and it's like that song, Like a Virgin. He's like talking about how Madonna's song is a metaphor for big dicks.
I can do
I
the
don't
whole
believe it.
monologue. And she's feeling something she never felt before. Pain. Pain. It hurts. It hurts. And she's reminding herself what it was once like to be a hence the title, Like a
Again, Trisha seems awfully happy to be hanging out with Brandon and seems to be completely fine with it. Doesn't she? She's engaged in the conversation, and they both have something similar in common outside of Jason, and that's that they're both big Quentin Tarantino fans.
Hey, you want me to shoot this guy?
shoot me a dream, better wake up and apologize. That's my
You two just connected on another level.
Oh, I know. I love Brandon so much.
Oh.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I don't know anyone who can like recite that. That's insane.
Did you hear that, guys? She loves Brandon so much. But what did she say on Frenemies again? Let's take a quick look.
And Jason would always be pissed at me that I wouldn't film with Brandon. I'm like,
She seems to have no issue filming with Brandon. None at all. And you'll see going on that she never has. And when she does complain about him, it has nothing to do with him dating a teen, like she said on Frenemies. It had to do with him talking about her behind her back to Jason. But let's keep going.
one of my favorite movies.
It sounds like you could do the whole movie.
I don't know about the whole movie, but there's scenes that I know a lot. Harvey Keitel?
Yeah, he has a cameo, and a lot of people don't know it. They're like, and so does Val Kilmer. They all have these little cameos that no one ever sees. But he references Alabama. I'm sorry, he's not in it, but she references Mr. White in True Romance.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And it's just so brilliant.
How's the food? I love that you know this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, this is like the first thing I went to when I moved to LA, because I moved to LA because of Quentin movies. I was like, oh my god, and then I met Quentin Tarantino 6 months later.
Again, she's perfectly happy to be hanging out with Brandon talking about their shared interest. And another interesting thing to note here is that she mentions moving to LA because of Quentin movies. As anyone who has watched her knows, she has said repeatedly that she moved to LA to become an actress and get into the industry in some capacity, which is why she did so much background acting work. That's important, because she'll later change that story and claim she fled to LA solely because her teachers in school harmed her, and she had to find refuge.
Did you know she was on The Price is Right once, and they asked her,
who do you want to say hi to?
Who do you want to say hi to? And she said Quentin Tarantino.
I said hi to Quentin Tarantino.
And then she met him a week later.
Yeah.
You met him a week later?
It was like 2 weeks later, yeah. But also, like, you know, I feel like because I was like an 18-year-old girl, you know what I mean? I was like a cute little, like, I love you.
Yeah.
And I used to talk like that too to people. Oh my god, you should know me when I was 18. When I used to like people, I used to like talk in a really, really high baby voice because I thought it was like sexy. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cute. I love it so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to talk like that all the time.
Chub already.
Wait, do you really think it's hot or are you being stupid?
No.
Oh my god, babe, it's so hot. I love this so much. Thank you.
No.
Interesting that she asks Brandon if he really thinks her change of voice is hot or not. We thought she was grossed out and disgusted by him. Why would she care about him finding it hot? Why would she be looking for validation from him of all people if she really believed him to be a disgusting pred at this time?
That's because you're like an intellectual type.
No,
you like only smart girls that wear glasses that are kind of gross and smell a little bit.
Trisha, no, I don't.
I feel like that's your type.
Not at all.
She even seems to get offended that she isn't his type and calls out his actual type, who she degrades and looks down on, referring to intellectual girls as smelling bad. But she's not an intellectual woman herself, and didn't her now husband Moses once claim that Trisha smelled bad intimately? So we guess she shouldn't be throwing stones from a glass house.
I love that you're matching the car. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that happen with any person, especially male. I just don't think I've ever seen that happen.
I haven't seen a guy with a girlfriend with a pink car either.
Aww.
Trisha seems to get a little offended there by Brandon's commentary. We wonder if she's worried Jason will listen to him again and stop acting like the Ken doll she's parading him around as.
We're going to Silver Lake. This is Brandon's kind of town. It's like hipster.
Trish, I'm none of these things that you're saying about me.
No, you're
like
hipster.
everything that you're saying, I don't like that stuff. I hated Silver Lake when I was there.
Well, your pants are skinny and your shirt is little.
Well, that's just because I'm a twink. That has nothing to do with fashion.
Brandon seems to take issue with the descriptions of him and what he's into that Trisha keeps labeling him as being. He makes it clear he's not who she thinks he is. But Trisha lives by labels, so this will fall on deaf ears. She's already stuck him in a category, and that's where he'll be staying.
I had 2 short films I did over Halloween called like Viral Video and then Viral Video 2. And I wanted like a D-list. I like D-list actors, whatever, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? Like Michael Madsen could be someone I could reach out to or whatever.
Was this older Michael Madsen? Like Reservoir Dogs Michael Madsen, I can see.
She loves old guys.
Yeah, Michael Madsen now
Oh,
is...
yeah.
Clearly.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that.
Jason's like the youngest.
So Trisha goes on to brag about a couple of unheard of movies that she's done and proceeds to fawn over an older actor. And Jason and Trisha inform Brandon that she's into older men. You hear her say Jason is the youngest, which isn't true because her former boyfriend Sean was actually younger than Jason. But what's interesting to note here is the way she drools over the actor in front of Jason. Yet if he were to do the same when talking about an actress, all hell would break loose. Just an interesting note of hypocrisy we thought we'd point out.
On by a thread.
Looks like he's been floating forever for weeks?
We were on the 5
I'm
once
kidding.
before, babe. You know what? I like people past their prime because that means like I look better to them. I'm like, look, I'm like something. You know what I mean?
You're like a trophy.
Yeah. Like Jason.
I like
maybe,
girls that look like guys that look past their prime.
I do. 'Cause Jason 15 years ago might not have been into this, but now 15 years and 45, okay, I can be into this. You
Now
know
that
what
he's
I'm saying?
withered and has nowhere to go.
Yeah,
Now that I have no options.
No options anymore.
And this is the exact thing we've said before. That Trisha likes older men because it makes her feel young. She is supposedly against age gaps in relationships, yet she pursues them in an attempt to retain her youth. And again, the only reason she speaks out against younger women under 25 getting with older men is because she's no longer in that age range category. When she was, it was fine. Now that she's not, it's not. Because she wants to be the youngest age an older man can date. That's truly it. And again, notice how much fun she's having with Brandon, the guy she supposedly refused to film with. And also notice how nonchalant she is about reminding Jason that he's past his prime, because she has to make others feel bad to make herself feel good.
You know what she told me last night? She went through all my texts from like a year ago and read like how I talk to girls and stuff.
How did you talk to girls?
Oh,
However, Trisha, that is so bad that you did that.
babe, you told me I could. You told me I could.
I like if I'm sitting next to you, not I meant like you could read like recent ones.
Well, who cares?
Yeah, you went back a year. What you should
She
have been like,
would.
you should have been like, why are you on my phone for 30 minutes? I told you to.
I was asleep.
He was
Oh,
sleeping.
well, that's a mistake number one.
Yeah, he said if he's next to me. And
That's
he was
also
next
why
to
you
me.
like him, is so because he's so old. He has to take a nap every 5 minutes so you can look at his texts.
You're losing privileges to my phone. I'm locking it up.
Babe, it is locked up.
I'm changing the password.
Babe.
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's it. Privilege is gone. Revoked for a month.
Jason.
Oh, guys, this is so cute.
No.
No phone privileges.
No.
Jason.
So then we find out Trisha goes through Jason's phone while he sleeps and looks for things inside of it to get mad at. Just like she bragged about going through her now husband Moses's phone before the two were married. Remember when she bragged about it on Frenemies and Ethan Klein called it out as being toxic? Trisha at the time stated she only did it because Moses broke her trust and she had to look in his phone to give herself a peace of mind. Yet here she is going through Jason's phone when Jason hadn't broken her trust, and she did it while he was asleep, essentially breaking his trust. And she laughs about it, even when he tells her it wasn't okay. He told her that she could go through his phone when he was there, and instead of doing what she had consent to do, she instead waits until he's asleep to do it. Does that sound like a person who respects consent and boundaries to you? This woman is so insecure that she didn't just go through his recent messages, she went through messages that were a year old, before they were even together or knew each other.
It was a couple months ago. I just had to get it off my chest. David was over there, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get it off my chest because David's here. It's like a safe place. He'll be like the buffer for me.
David's here, it's a safe place. The only person who's ever said that.
Trisha reveals she didn't even tell Jason until months later what she had done, because she knew it was wrong, and she refers to David Dobrik as a safe place. You know, the same David Dobrik she says is the most dangerous man in the world. Yeah, him. That was her safe place. What she really meant was she waited to say it in front of David, so it would be taken as a light-hearted moment rather than the serious violation of privacy that it was.
Wow, it's like out of nowhere.
Right?
Yeah. I did not know this was here. You can park there.
It's so funny because this is such a small place, and you can just tell because they made Reservoir Dogs for no money.
Yeah.
So you can just tell that like this place is like cheapest.
Yeah.
So they arrive at the location, and both Brandon and Trisha are happy to be there. Together, bonding. Still no hint of a refusal to film with him yet.
I love this. Jason and I becoming one person.
Trisha loves doing that to all of her partners, turning them into the same person she is. And she's been pretty successful at it. Look at her husband Moses Hackman now. Men aren't partners, they're accessories in her eyes, and they need to lose all their own interests and adopt hers.
Teach me how to smile. How do you smile?
Are we taking
Jason,
a photo or
Jason.
video?
Show me.
Well, like first step is you just have to have a sense of joy in your life. Just like any joy. That's step one. Step two is trying to get that out of your body because sometimes it's trapped in
I
there.
don't feel any joy.
Oh, well, there's no...
Notice how quick she is to hit him in punishment. Yet again, hitting him again when she's unhappy with something she hears him say. Imagine if he was smacking her like that every time he was unhappy with her. He wouldn't even be on YouTube right now.
I do.
That's so mean.
Here you go, man.
It's not everything's about you.
Yeah, it is.
And she truly does believe everything is about her, even when Jason clarifies that it's not. And we think it's pretty obvious his joke had nothing to do with her, and was a quick, playful response to his friend's comment.
Wow. Cool.
Oh, there it is. Brandon.
Notice how happy Trisha is to show off the restaurant to Brandon. She calls out his name to make sure he's seeing everything it has to offer. Again, doesn't sound like a woman who was refusing to engage with this guy.
Oh yeah.
She's happily showing off the restaurant and happy to be there with him.
You're not a good actor, really.
Not a good actor?
Because you can't show genuine emotion, because when you're genuinely happy, you have a great smile. Then.
So, as they sit down to eat, we hear Trisha telling Jason that he's not a good actor and criticizes him for not being able to smile, which he's upset and offended by. Because of course he should always be smiling when he's with her, even when she's insulting him and hitting him. How dare he not be full of genuine joy to be in her presence at all times?
How about here?
Why? You have a good smile, though. You should.
Is that real?
No, babe.
That's fake?
Let me see. Can I see?
I don't know how to smile. I'm 44 years old.
That looks like you're like, I'm wearing my lit merch and I have to make a lit smile for my lit fam.
Damn it.
Does this
Yeah, that
age?
looks good. What month was that?
Can I see?
Yeah.
What month was this?
gotta
This
see.
was
What is-
January 8th. So
She relates it to her. She's going to
Yeah.
relate it back to her.
We're
Was I
dating.
with her yet?
That's why he was genuinely happy there.
Notice how quick she is to ask what the month the photo was uploaded and taken was in. Because as Jason says, she's going to relate it back to her. She really does think everything is about her. And Jason is essentially living under a microscope with her, where he can do no right. Because with that close of an inspection, Trisha is bound to always find a problem.
Find a fake one.
a fake smile?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be hard. It's not gonna be hard at all. Like, I don't know what this is, what you're doing there. Like, I don't know if you stubbed your toe just right before the camera.
He also looks like he hates himself.
Like it looks like you're.
I was having the best time with you
It
then.
literally is like, ugh, I don't want to be with her, but here I am anyways.
Bad?
Oh, bad.
That's bad.
Brandon makes the mistake of showing a photo of him smiling with Trisha that he says looks fake, and Trisha leaps at the opportunity to state that Jason hated his time with her. And you can see the shift in her mood and the shift in the tone of her voice as she becomes progressively more upset with him over this. Imagine for a moment your partner pulling up your photos of you smiling to make sure you didn't have a better smile before you were with them, and judging how fake it appears now. If that doesn't sound extremely toxic and unhealthy to you, we don't know what would.
Oh my god, literally hates life right there. Like,
That's it. I wouldn't even say that's kind of bad. It's just bad. I'm sorry.
Everybody go to my Instagram to see my fake smiles. Okay, just try to take a photo of me.
Okay, yeah. Let me see. Jason, it's not. You're not. It doesn't look. It doesn't look real.
I'm smiling. I'm happy. I'm trying to wall up affliction.
okay, just be happy.
No,
Too much. It's just like, babe, we're happy right now.
I got an idea. You don't smile, Trish. You smile.
Okay, but then you're like miserable.
I just want to see what that looks like, or both of you.
You want me to smile?
No, don't smile. Actually, just get out of the photo.
Now, we have Jason having to perform in front of her and having to prove that he can genuinely smile with her. And you can see as she gets upset and criticizes his every attempt. Luckily, Brandon breaks the mood up with a little humor, and everyone is momentarily distracted from the toxic and pressure-filled situation that Jason is under. Because this isn't just about Jason's ability to smile, it's about what it will mean for him if he can't prove to her that he can genuinely smile when with her. There will be serious ramifications for that. This man isn't just trying to smile, he's fighting for his life, right now.
Oh.
Who's that? Who's this, Trish? Who is this?
That is a good question.
Who is that?
Babe, seriously, though, who is it? I don't care, but like, who is it?
Jason gets an incoming call, and Trisha acts like she doesn't care as she repeatedly asks who it is.
Oh, it's your mom. I saw blonde and I was like, oh my god.
Trish, if you want to be jealous of anybody and you start asking questions.
Wait, why did she send you that?
Who is that?
We find out it's Jason's mom, and you'd think that would calm her jealousy, but it doesn't. Because as we'll later find out, Trisha was also jealous of Jason's mother. Yes, his own mother. And you can hear her ask him why his mother sent him something, as if it needs an explanation.
I took this. It's my mom. I took this. Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Some people said in that vlog with your mom that I look like your mom, and that's why you like me.
Oh,
Psychology.
I've always been into blondes that look like my mom. It's true.
Oh, it's true. Okay.
Are you being sincere?
Yeah.
Well, how come you never dated any blondes?
Couldn't get one. You're gonna teach.
Jason probably shouldn't have made that joke, because Trisha will later address just how jealous she is of his mother. And that right there probably made her feel threatened. One thing you should know, though, is that even though Jason was joking about finding women like his mother Trisha, actually does have an interest in finding men who are just like her father. And not just men who she wants to act like her father, but men who she wants to look like her father. But that's for another video.
You had a smile now.
I'm going to teach you how to smile again. Okay, wait, just give me a second.
What do you got?
Ooh, that's good.
Oh, that was good.
Notice how quick Trisha is to compliment Brandon and be in awe of him. The same man she said she didn't want to film with or be around because he was a disgusting pred. Just take note of that.
It is good.
Brandon looks great when
He
he
is good at
smiles.
smiling. You are good at
Yeah,
smiling.
you're always so angry in your
Okay, now what are you thinking about?
Again, Trisha goes on to continue to compliment Brandon.
Let us in. What are you
Thinking about you.
But now her passive-aggressive side comes out. She made the sly dig about looking angry in his Insta photos, and now listen as she accuses him of only smiling because he's thinking of Jason. Because of course she has to make the accusation that one or both of them is gay, because that's the only reason a man would enjoy spending time with another man, right? According to her.
You on train tracks, and Trish is there and she's twirling her mustache, and you're tied up to the train tracks, and I'm there recording it for Trish.
Brandon again uses humor to lighten the mood and gets Trisha out of her bad one and gets her to laugh. Funny how someone she was allegedly so disgusted by can do that.
Oh my God, Brandon.
Ooh, Brandon, that actually looks amazing.
This is like they found you in the woods and you've been like missing for 10 days and the sheriff got you a meal.
How do you feel so skinny?
What's going on?
Oh my god.
You did say it was big portions.
Yeah, she warned us.
That food looks good. That's all we have to say. They look like the perfect portion sizes to us.
Trish, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that was the photo with you and your dad.
Oh, Brandon, you gotta tell me to suck it in more, babe. We need to sit up posture. We were leaning back too much.
Come on.
Can we do one more? Just like a good. Okay, just sit up a little more. Me too. Now we look skinny.
Jason, I don't know if you heard her instructions, but
We're sure Trisha loved hearing that comment about Jason being her dad. But notice here how she's so quick to talk about Jason's body and how fat he looks and how he needs to suck it in. Because again, she can't say anything negative about herself without saying it about him too. And she even tells Brandon that he needs to tell her if she needs to suck in her stomach. And she makes sure that her and Jason look skinny for the photo, having no problem critiquing him and his body, even though she would raise hell if anyone told her anything unprompted like that. Or even prompted. Let's be real. It's interesting that she does this so often, but then is surprised by Jason's body image issues and refusals to eat. Notice how Jason says they look fine. So it's like even when he's not hypercritical of himself, he has her there to be hypercritical of him for him.
See, I think that's a good smile.
let me see.
I'm genuinely happy there.
That's great. That's great.
You know why? You know who you learned from Brandon? Brandon had to do that exact same pose with me for Jason to get it. I'm like, see, Jason, that's how you're supposed to pose.
So wait, did Trisha just say that Brandon posed in that exact same manner with Trisha right before Jason and Trisha took the photo? So she took a photo of her hugging who she calls a disgusting pred that she hated and didn't want to be around. Interesting.
What we're trying to figure out here, I know you just want a photo, but now you're going to go into the psychology.
Okay.
Does this look like I'm naturally smiling?
Yeah, Jeff.
Looks forced?
That one does.
That's better?
It looks worse?
Yeah, the other one looks better.
Yeah, it does. But even that
What
one-
looks better? The fake one?
No, the last one, which is the one that she was even like, I don't know.
Well, which one looks good? Be honest. Stop when you like one.
Stop when you like.
Right.
Just when we thought Jason was safe, his smile is now under scrutiny again. That waitress has no idea what she just restarted. Again, Trisha laughing and touching Brandon. No issues with being around him at all.
Damn it, there's no more.
Yeah, that's cute. I mean, you're better at it. I think you were because you were smiling and like laughing.
Well, I was genuinely happy when I was with you right there holding your hand. Your
If you want
belly.
to take a photo,
Your
you
back.
belly?
Your back.
So Trisha hits Jason again when he refers to her stomach as her belly, even though Trisha has repeatedly called Jason's stomach his belly and just told him he had to suck his in when they were in the diner. And just a couple of videos ago pointed out how big his was and frequently does. But now it's a problem that he simply called her stomach her belly.
They're gonna start fighting.
He said belly.
He said belly, and that's justification for being hit. But let's take a look real quick at a recent video we did of them. Shall we?
Babe, to be honest, this is how I wear my jeans all the time because same. We have these matching little guts going on right now.
Which comment would you say was worse? His or hers? He will later clarify that he refers to stomachs as bellies in general, not referencing weight. But she clearly is referencing his weight every time she points out his stomach. Yet she's the one offended somehow.
He has to hook up his
We have
music
to- we have
everywhere
to-
he goes.
Really?
Yeah, like Wyatt. Wyatt's the same way. Like they're both hearing music for the first time.
Babe, I need help because I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it's saying.
Because he's got there's 10 iPhones it's trying to hook up with.
Can you delete some of those? Here, can you guys delete some? I don't know
I don't know how to delete it. Let me see.
I don't either.
Quick note here that she's allowing Brandon to drive her car, the man she claims she hated and refused to be around and found disgusting. Just noting that.
Oh, there.
Sean's business. It's all her ex-boyfriends.
True.
Phones.
Yeah, get rid of those.
Hulk
you're right.
Hogan's iPhone.
Trump's iPhone.
Trump's
How do
iPhone.
I?
So she still has all of her ex's contacts available to access, yet she throws a fit when Jason has access to his. Just another interesting, hypocritical instance to note.
Maximum. It's fine.
No, I can do it.
Are you sure? How did you reach them? You got so many.
She had a lot of boyfriends.
I did have a lot.
And they're all. And you've had the same car with all these boyfriends?
Yep. I can't be single. I have a problem.
Again, it's funny when she has access to her exes, or any trace of them, that she's kept, but it's a betrayal when Jason does.
That's all right.
That's good to know.
I literally. I think I was single for 3 days before me and Jason started hanging out again.
Whoa, there's so many.
Yeah, you're right.
Remember, I just broke up.
It's a little worrisome.
I had a traumatic breakup about a week before Jason came home.
Trisha says she has a problem being single, and Jason was essentially a rebound. But the truth is that she was seeing Jason while she was seeing this other mystery man. Because she doesn't just have a problem being single, she has a problem with cheating. She said she was single for 3 days before Jason, but that's not true. In their older vlogs, she mentions this other guy she was with, and was still with him, while seeing Jason and trying to pursue Jason.
Not really.
That means Trisha's happiness is predicated on how much I can make her happy.
It's true.
That's good.
It's a lot of pressure for
That's
Jason.
good for when happiness should come from a person, you know?
It's real.
It's true.
It's a lot of pressure. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Crushing.
But you're
Crushing
fine.
pressure.
You're fine.
I am hers.
Yeah. Aw, thanks, babe. You can't ever leave me because I'm fragile.
Trisha then acknowledges that she puts Jason under a lot of pressure, but says it's fine. Even as Jason and Brandon try to hint at the toxicity of it. She doesn't care, though, because as she said, she only cares about what makes her happy. She's not worried about his feelings, only her own. And she happily tells Jason that he can't leave her because she's too fragile, knowing that she's emotionally manipulating him into staying, which she'll later admit in full.
and then I'll kill you.
Yeah, I'll kill you.
And everyone you love.
And happily states that she'll take his life if he leaves. And even though Brandon jokes about taking everyone he loves too along with him, that's exactly what she did in a way. When Jason left her, she made sure to not only try to ruin his life, but those of his friends as well. She wasn't joking. She also wasn't joking about trying to harm him, as she admitted later to driving her car through his house and terrorizing him for 3 hours in his own house, at one point throwing a brick through his window, and it got so bad that he had to flee out of fear. That is what happens when you break up with Trisha Paytas. How she did all that, and still managed to convince the public that he was the bad one will never know.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Does it match?
Yes, it does match. But pair.
You got it.
Don't allow. I won't allow you to sync those.
You don't
Awesome.
want to get updates from TrishyLand.com?
I would rather not. I'm sorry, Oh, what's TrishyLandy.com?
My Patreon for
Oh,
$5 a month. You can see me every day.
No. Don't you dare.
Notice how offended Trisha becomes at Brandon not wanting access to her intimate photos. We thought she found him to be a disgusting pred and didn't want to be anywhere near him. Now she's offended that he isn't into seeing her intimate photos. Interesting.
Give me cash.
Did you catch her touching him again?
I feel like a gay dictator driving this car right now. Like I'm driving into like the poor country that I'm dictating over. What's up, losers? Oh, what you guys eating today? Cool. That's cool. I'm eating caviar in my mansion. I'll see you later, losers. Bump Britney Spears.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it feels nice.
She sure does care a lot about what Brandon thinks and how he feels for a woman who finds him to be disgusting and wants nothing to do with him.
Can you take a picture of you and send it to your dad?
My dad just needs to have something that's not me, like acting gay. You know what I mean? Even the dream car, it's like, oh, like.
Show him the picture with you and Trish. Then he'll know you're not gay.
So we know that picture for sure exists now, of the two of them hugging intimately close. We guess she doesn't find him as disgusting as she said. She doesn't mind being around him at all.
Thank you for letting me drive in your car and blasting my songs that you hated.
Yeah, you're welcome.
No worries.
And you know what? Next time someone asks me, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry, it's all full. I can't connect anymore. That's gonna be it. Babe, I love you.
So as they part Brandon thanks Trisha, and they seem to be completely fine with each other. But now Trisha is realizing that Jason is leaving, so she's getting sad.
I love you too, babe.
Babe, I like that we're matching. You're so cute. I don't want to leave you.
I'll be wearing it later. Come by.
Trisha makes it clear she doesn't want to leave Jason and appears to try to linger, but he seems to end the trap before it begins. Remember, the last time we saw her do this, he was on the way to see his kids, and she kept him there longer, preventing him from spending the time he wanted to with them. Though that time she started a fight to do it.
All right, let's go. On to the next. That was fun. That was a good time. Yeah, lots of fun.
That was great. Is Trish going? I'm just kidding.
The video ends with Jason and Brandon talking about how much fun they had, and we don't see Trisha again. But we will in the next video, so stay tuned to find out what happens next.